I see. You must be Ranni's new hireling. Yes, I've heard all about you. I am Seluvis, Preceptor in the sorcerous arts. I don't know what it is the mistress sees in a provincial tarnished like you, but since we have the misfortune of serving the same lady, I ask that you kindly try not to drag us all down with you. I reside in another tower close by. Come and pay me a visit. Should you wish to be of actual service to Mistress Ranni. If it were up to me, I wouldn't waste my time on the likes of you. But who am I to stand against the wishes of my lady? Well, you took me at my word. Did you not realize I was merely being polite? Oh, you provincials never cease to amaze. I suppose you're here now. Perhaps I'll give you something to do. I'd like you to find a woman called Nepheli to administer a potion. Even you can do that much, can't you? I see. What a wretched bunch you tarnished are. Do you understand? I've given you a very fine chance. If you complete this simple task, I will graciously permit you to learn from me. Even you wish to serve Our Lady well, do you not? Turn those little cogs upstairs and return with the correct answer. Have you fumbled out the correct answer now? Then you will undertake my task. You are peerless in your dullatry. Fine. I can feel my wits evaporating in your mere presence. Don't bother wasting your breath on me again. I could have sworn I told you to trouble me no more. Are you here to tender your sincere apology and undertake my task? Good. As a man of abundant charity, I accept your apology. Now I shall hand over the potion in question. Find Nepheli and ensure she drinks it. I expect glad tidings, and soon. Good. Now I shall hand over the potion in question. Find Nepheli and ensure she drinks it. I expect glad tidings, and soon. I've no time for idle chit-chat. The only thing I will hear from you is a report of your task's completion. Are we understood? Then off you trot. I have enough on my plate. So you made Nepheli drink the potion. Well done. You are a touch more useful than I had thought. Very well. Then you shall have your gift. Knowledge of the sorcerous arts under the tutelage of the great Preceptor Seluvis. I doubt much of it will lay within the grasp of a mere tarnished, but if you put your mind to it, perhaps you won't embarrass Our Lady. You wish to begin right this moment? Well, your impatience, though boorish, is understandable. Let's have at it. Begging for another lesson so soon? There remains much to be done. Make it quick. Is that a scroll? I won't bother to ask where you pilfered it, but you are correct to assume I'm one of the few who can decipher it, so I'm perfectly happy to take it off your hands. That said, don't you dare get your hopes up. More often than not, new knowledge is merely an opportunity to reflect upon the mediocrity of one's intellect. Come now, the pretense of comprehension becomes you naught. Bend over backwards any further and you're apt to break. Well, you're asking me about that, are you? The task was left to you and the mongrel, was it not? Not only are you incompetent, but shameless to boot. Well, there's no helping it. Now's as good a time as any. I'll let you in on it. There's a glintstone sorcerer by the name of Selin in Limgrave. She owes me for the help I gave her when she was expelled from the academy. I asked her to look into the matter some time ago. I'll write you a letter of introduction. Go ask her. So, you had Nepheli drink the potion? Truly? Then perhaps something was amiss with it. It's concocted from the finest ingredients, but perhaps I should review the recipe. I may have expected too much of her to begin with. You break into a man's private chambers, rooting about as you please? Your offishness knows no bounds. Fine and well. You tricked Nepheli and had her drink the potion. I believe that makes you my accomplice. You yearn for a puppet of your own. Well, normally one of your stature would never be allowed, but perhaps I can make a very special exception. Now, choose. How's the puppet I gave you? A thing of exquisite craft, is it not? What's that? You want another puppet? Quite the keen paramour, aren't we? But I'm afraid each and every one is like a child to me. I can hardly just give them away. Oh dear, what's to be done? Why don't you fetch me some Starlight shards? If you can manage it, I'll gladly prepare a new puppet for you. The soul of every puppet has its own ambience. You'll soon come to know once you possess a few. And once each's predilections are known to you, the better you'll be able to love them. Oh yes, you have much to look forward to further down this road. Oh, you? Sorry, Your Worship. I apologize for any offense given. I am Pidia, servant to the Carrion royal family. I am charged with maintaining these ghastly dolls. Your Worship, allow me to be of use. Other than the puppets, there are some very fine things up here in this storeroom. Why not pick something out before you go? But please, can you offer poor ill-starred Pidia a little something by way of compensation? A fine day to Your Worship. Please choose whatever you like. I'm sorry, Your Worship, but poor Pidia has given all he has. I can't be of further use to you. Please forgive me. Please find it in your heart. Forgive me. Oh, that's very kind. Pidia could never accept such a precious brew. I'm very sorry, really, if I've disappointed you. If you will, please forget this matter entirely. You're proving to be quite the puppeteer. I've not had an apprentice for a very long time indeed. Perhaps you'd be interested in a little scheme of mine. It will produce the finest of puppets, which I aspire to cherish with these very hands. A ploy to fool even Lady Ranni. How does that sound? Very good. A wise choice indeed. You passed my little test with flying colours. I was merely gauging your loyalty to Lady Ranni. Well done. I'm very proud of you. Let's both do our utmost in service of Our Lady. Ah, might you be interested after all in a fine scheme to sport with Lady Ranni? All right, enough of these games. Your test is well and truly over. Wag your tail for master all you like, but your loyalty is merely blind. I fear your wretched provinciality is apt to burst. You're oozing at the seams. I knew I had you pegged. You're just like me. Then I'd like you to procure something. A rather unique Starlight shard that glistens with amber. With that, my special draught will gleam with nectar sweetness, and even a demigod would be slave to its charms. Procure it for me. The rather unique Starlight shard that glistens with amber. With that, my special draught will gleam with nectar sweetness, and even a demigod would be slave to its charms. Well, you managed to lay your hands on it. The blessed day is finally upon us. Goodness gracious, the way it glistens. Utterly enchanting. To think this was once a demigod's very fate. My, oh my, oh my. Ah, are you still here? Oh, yes, I should give you your reward. Yeah, please, it's all yours. It's splendid work. It's just marvellous. Now just you wait. The merriment is soon to begin. The scheme I promised is to be revealed very shortly. You'll be flabbergasted, I can assure you. The secret I promised is to be revealed very shortly. Good. I've been waiting for you. It's finally complete. The perfection of my draught, gleaming nectar sweet. Give it to Ranni and ensure she drinks it. The dead-eyed doll lets down her guard in your presence, rather remarkably. Though she might dip her hands in the dirt and feign that icy persona, she's a frail, gentle girl at heart. You understand, don't you, that once you have Ranni drink my draught, my scheme will come to fruition, and we'll be in a position to claim the very finest puppet ever crafted. Just imagine the pure elation. Come now, don't make me wait. I can barely contain myself as it is. Oh, perhaps you've already noticed the nightly wolf howling that's been disturbing the peace here. If that bothersome mutt Blythe is back in town, then tell him to pack up and ship out. I never liked the din of a dog's howl. From a mongrel like him, it's simply agony. Well, what have we here? Are you proposing that I partake? Do I appear such a gormless tomfool to you? A slow wit who divulge his secrets for a moment of bliss? Well, let me give you some advice. Scheming has its place, but consider the one you're scheming against. You might find yourself on the wrong end of a proper beating one day. Enough of that now. Have you forgotten that we both serve the same lady? You incorrigible lout. Don't you dare waltz back here ever again. Stop, please stop. You're my puppet. I loved you with all I have. How could you forget such bliss? Ah, that hurts. Please, I beg you, cease this cruelty. Ah.